Hey guys, hope you're having a fantastic start to your day today. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning's going great. Got up. Greg is home today, and so we just went for a nice walk. Took Maxine, so she's feeling a little tired over here. Got my cup of coffee. Sun is shining. I'm like, it's going to be a beautiful, gorgeous day today. So Wednesday's always the running day, usually by the afternoon, so I got to finish up so I can head out the door. So that entails making some meals, and I like to kind of stock up sometimes on a few things. We're down to, it would be the time that I normally, almost time to go shopping, right? Next week will be like the 10th. Then second week of the month. I was just saying, what is the date here? But it would be the next month that I would go. But we did get stuff. I went a few, to Sam's Club and got some. And so, but I still have tons of meals, tons of food, which is amazing and great. So I'm very thankful to be able to stretch things and make them work. We've just been making way less. It's done good. We made last night, which I thought was amazing. Kids were like, it was okay. Stuffed peppers. Do you remember when I made that as a freezer meal? A lot of people told me to make it. They're like, doesn't your family like those? And I was like, probably not. I've never made them. I grew up eating them, and I thought it was the worst meal my mom ever made when she made food. And my mom cooked really good. It's like sauerkraut, gross, right? But, oh my goodness, they were so good. I had like 3 of those little half bakes because they were so delicious. I am like, I have to make sure I go back in my video and make the filling because it was really, really good. So we put those in a slow cooker last night and baked them, and then we put some cheese on top, and it was delicious. It's babies.
Hey! What am I doing?
You are doing power today.
Oh, such a new power supply. It's amazing.
The salt generator. Remember how he said he built his own salt generator? Because he built a salt generator. Nobody.
These things are fun.
It's either that or spend thousands of dollars. So why would you spend thousands of dollars?
I was like science class.
When you can build them. And I'm like, what? So.
Yeah. And I literally have enough titanium plate cells for I don't know, probably like 5 or 6 years.
If you're losing and don't know what that is, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's what makes the salt.
Yes, it's what makes the chlorine.
It's pretty, it makes the chlorine. Yeah, I don't even know. So you're out there making that. We have power.
Yeah, the power supply we had was just kind of all right, let's see if this will even work, right? And you're sort of trying to guess at, the surface area, the plates, and how much power you're going to need, and this, that, the other thing. So it's a bunch of stupid stuff that nobody would even be interested in.
Or the fact that you've never had a saltwater pool before, never built one in your entire life. So trial and error and a few things.
Yep. So I know that what the current draw is on our particular cell. So then I could customize the power supply better too. What that mean?
This is what Greg does in his free time, people. He's really good about talking to me all night long about telling me all things about the salt generator. I'm like, yeah, I think I know way more than I need to know, but it doesn't
more.
stick. Like,
No.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you pay attention to me, so
I know.
So my feelings aren't hurt. I've got a little buck boost converter coming off the power supply. Here's a little intro on our life.
Here we go.
So imagine this is 9:30 at night when Amy's had a hard day and she's ready to go.
And I'm ready for bed because
I got a
by
buck
9
boost
o'clock.
converter that's going to take the 48 volts and it's going to drop it down to 12 so I can put fans inside and keep the box cool, the power supply box cool. Would you like to know more?
You just gotta go, awesome, babe. It's really good. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, literally,
he doesn't even give me
feedback. I'm like her. Hush, little baby, you have to say a word. Like I'm cradling her at night with my CNC and my salt generators.
He literally would. I'm like, you're talking is putting me. He's like, I know, that's what I'm doing. I'm like, are you intentionally doing that? Are you offended that you're putting me this?
No.
Now we'll talk about real life stuff when we need to, but this is the lull of your sleep because then Greg can get it off his mind, get it talked out. So you need to process it by talking about and getting all out stuff. And so
I don't need to really process anything. I just like to share what
Okay, never mind. Sounds like you do. She's like, let me talk you through it.
I'm just sharing what I've discovered.
Never mind, I'm completely wrong.
I'm just sharing what I discovered with you. So you're my life partner.
So if I want to build a salt generator.
So what would I do? Just go out and do it?
So what I do?
I would never come in and say, okay, so this is what's up.
Can you imagine if I told you about every single step I do when I make a food and what I do with the meat?
I'd be very curious about how you make those chocolate chip cookies.
From the package at the store because you like go to the store and buy Pillsbury dough in a container and make it and don't even worry about it because it's like
this Amy acts like I don't sit there but she so I made this sourdough bread today. Let me tell you all about it.
We don't like sourdough bread though. No,
the difference is
I don't go in depth.
I don't fall asleep on it.
Because I cut mine short. I go, oh, he's losing interest. Okay, stop talking. No, just kidding. No. It's not good. He's the talker, I'm not, which is interesting. I'm a talker here, and I'll talk, but I'm more of a listener. You tell me.
Yeah, I get all fired up about stupid things.
It's not stupid. It's great because you know what? You save thousands of dollars in slushie. And so that's what you're doing today.
Yeah, most people just give up on them because they don't want to have to, like every couple of years your cell dies because they just use the flimsiest, thinnest plates in there. And
so most people just go to chlorine.
Some of them are coated, some of them are not,
Because then you think, I've got a couple of gallons of chlorine a week, $15 versus like $1,000, right?
Oh yeah, I think ours every couple of years is like $1,500.
Yeah, so it's like, what do you do? Do you just have the chlorine? So most people opt for chlorine.
They do.
Pour it in, or that's what the realtor guy said, right?
Yep. Most people just switch them over because it's pretty cost prohibitive.
Not great.
And it's not like the salt cell just needs to be replaced. Then all of a sudden it's like, inserts current limiters just went bad. Oh, now I'm blowing fuse. Oh, now the whole power supply's dead. How much is that? Oh, it's $2,800.
Hey.
Oh, and then it needs a new filter too. What's that on? $250. And
see all these things.
If you don't like take the time to understand and learn your surroundings, it'll eat you alive.
Everything. That's the pool.
It's with everything. With your cars.
Your car.
When was the last time I ever took my car and to pay somebody to work on it? Does it ever happen?
We did one time, and I remember you.
When I didn't have a garage, I used to work.
Yeah, you were working, but we did like way back. This is like I'm talking beginning of our marriage.
Oh.
And I remember when it came back, we had an engine put in or something, and then we had to redo something later, and you took it all apart. And you're like,
I didn't even make it 15 miles down the road.
It was all you could tell.
On a brand new crate engine.
Yeah.
And the check engine like bing. I'm like, you have got to be kidding.
And after that, it was like there was no more. Like, you never, ever.
All I ever needed was a garage, engine puller, and tools.
And you did.
Yeah.
Power, so he knows. So he can literally get in a car, and I can say, babe, I hear this, and you can go, oh, that's your substitution.
Discombobulated hoodly box.
It's not getting enough oil. Can you tell that? Can you hear that clinking noise?
You're out of windshield washer.
Like, what are you even talking about? So the salt generator works the same way.
Oh yeah, what about your air conditioner?
He can go there and just feel it.
Anywhere's in your air conditioner?
Amazing. Yes, the air conditioner, amazing. The air is like, I can't even believe it. Night and day different from the air. So
I'm not gifted in anything. The mechanical things I got.
You're gifted in all that, babe. That's like huge. Yeah, the air, like just going, oh, that's what this is. And yeah, I still remember, I think when we were first married, this was the Haynes. Was that Haynes thing?
No, yeah.
Like there was this before computer. This was before internet.
This was before I was even out of high school.
Yeah, well, we married after high school.
But I'm saying that's how far I go back to the children's manual at the library.
There you go. That's
when
what
I would work on my car. I'd have to get on my bike.
Yeah.
And I'd have to
go to the library.
Ride my bike to the library to get the children's manual.
Well, that's why I realized you're a genius because it was the carburetor. See, I kind of remember way back something. And you're like, I don't even know. I've never done that before. You literally, I went to sleep, mind you, whatever time.
Oh, yeah.
By the time I woke up the next morning, you literally fell asleep reading this book that's this thick, people. Bore you to death, but it's this thick. And bore you to death, people like me. And like by the morning, you're like, all right, I got it. I know what I'm going to do.
Oh, yeah.
Goes upstairs, sleeps for a few hours, goes up to the garage, and completely does everything. I'm like, how did you know that?
Oh, yeah. Rebuilding and sinking the carbs on my motorcycles.
What's use all of it?
Yeah. Yeah, I would literally get home and not sleep. And I would stay up and I would literally like clean the entire carbs on my motorcycle and resync them together. And by the time I was driving back to work, sweet, like perfect.
So that's why I knew the genius. So anyways, 20, I don't even know, 29 years, or I don't even know how many years we're at, 20.
I think it's 29
this year, and so, yes. Crazy.
It's crazy.
So, yeah,
there's been a lot of fixing on it.
There's a lot of fixing. So, genius. So, he enjoys projects. So, salt generator is project today.
Yep.
So, that's going to be exciting. So, we'll have, it's making chlorine. You put salt, let's go simple-minded people like me. What? You put salt in your pool, and it goes through your filter and goes to that little salt generator. And is that the word?
Not really.
Okay, but it does something to it, and it hits these plates that changes too. Chlorine.
Remember we taught the kids how we made the salt cell battery?
Yes.
Remember that?
I did.
Yeah. So basically, salt will pass current.
There you go. See, here's the
regular water. Yeah. Not so good. You think it would, but it's not very good at it. Not very efficient. But you add salt to it.
Interesting.
And now electric current will flow right through the water, and it just so happens that like you can you can hit that like saline solution. Would that be correct to say saline? Is saline salt?
Yes, the wrong person. You're saying, yeah, salty solution.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you would say it that way or not, but once the electrical current hits the salt,
It changes.
yeah, it turns it into chlorine. It makes chlorine gas.
And so that's where you make it. But then I just had a thought.
And it releases some hydrogen as well.
I need to probably pause this because of my random tangent. So ocean water, salt water.
Mhm.
Government do something with salty ocean water with the generator and change and use something.
They probably could.
But it wouldn't be beneficial.
They probably did back in 1938.
I was thinking.
They probably been making free power.
Like to make
for
it,
life.
and then you take out the chlorine to be able to drink it. I don't know. So it's my random thought. Okay, anyways.
No, because the problem with that is when you take the salt out, what do you do with all that salt? That's what everybody says anyway.
Yes.
I don't know. Don't we
Wait,
use a lot
yeah.
of salt in the world in our food?
I know our Doritos are.
It
cold.
isn't like sea salt supposed to be really good.
There you go. See, there'd be an endless supply of sea salt. Then the government would own the salt company, and they wouldn't have to mine it.
Yeah.
So it'd be another.
It'd be another thing.
See, I can
Why would you want to use that? What's naturally pretty much free on the earth when you could charge some?
Well, duh. Why not? So, anyways,
Yeah.
this is a great story.
Yeah, but salt water is really super corrosive.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, it is.
You know, so your pipes. But then again, we have stainless steel,
I know. I'm
you
just
know.
like thinking of it. Who knows?
and you see like boat rails made out of stainless.
And they're good. Yeah.
They look great 35 years later. So
Oh, that's my thought. You've ever think about that? Have a plane in care, but never.
you know what? I quit even thinking about that kind of stuff because people basically wind up either disappeared or made out to be a Looney Tune whenever they come up with some great
They do.
invention.
They
that,
sure
you know,
do. The crazy ones.
that could
crazy
that
ones.
could like actually help
Out there?
someone.
Yeah, so crazy ones were all good. But we're back to our air producer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out there and do
He's
that.
got a power source out there. He's got a bigger box. He's gonna do that.
Oh, and then, yeah, all of our gear is on the south-facing side of the house.
Yeah.
So all this gets blasted with sun. all
That's
day.
another theory. Why would
Literally all day, every day.
Why would you build a house and put all this stuff in the
On the south side of that
versus
house.
the other side? Do they know it's going to go bad, so they do that purposely? So you have to replace
No,
it?
no.
Because our neighbors isn't.
Yeah, but this one's is.
Scientists
It's like, how random. You
just
know.
don't think about it.
And I'm sure it tied into where they put the two
Oh,
water things out front there.
Oh, it's in between. There you go.
You know, like how they planned it. It's just that our house out in this entire neighborhood is the only house that gets full sun
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Bright side.
You know, like we're literally like the house that's straight on the way the sun travels across the sky. You
Right.
literally move to our neighbors and it's a 5-degree.
Right.
It's an 8-degree angle. It's a blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, it's a circle. So I guess, like, basically right in line with us
If
on
the
the
house
other
over there-
street
Those people would.
get the same thing.
Yeah.
But we're just blasted with sun all through day.
Why can you tell?
I know. So it's like,
But-
why they chose to put the air conditioner
Right at
on the side that gets just absolutely annihilated
Right.
by sun.
Another question for you. We don't know.
Like they put in, and that's all. Like when they put that in new with the heater and all that stuff, that's $20,000 worth of equipment.
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Just sitting boiling in the sun. They didn't bother to build a shed around it or shade it or.
It's interesting, but nobody does.
Anything like
Nobody
that.
does. That's how they build the thing. So it's very interesting.
I don't know. You can go on the internet all day and find thousands of people that have made like
That
enclosures for
have
their
made
pool
it,
equipment.
but when they built the house 20
But
years
that's what I mean.
10
If
years
you're
ago,
going
they
to
never
spend
did. Why would you not cover it?
$20,000
Yeah.
for a heater and a 4-horsepower pool
Why would
pump,
you not
and
cover it around?
like me as
I know.
me as this mechanical person though
Right.
would need all of 2 weeks
Right.
of walking in and out by the pool equipment.
To
You
know.
go, oh,
It's-
this stuff's going to be ruined in a
Right.
year.
And then the average normal person would look at it and go, oh, there's no way we're going to stay in this house for the next 25, 30 years because we move. Everybody moves. Nobody stays
Yes.
in one place forever, especially here.
I guess.
Florida would be
I don't know.
the moving migratory state. So that would be
I
why.
don't know. The sun wears everything out so fast
right,
that I wouldn't even want to risk it.
I don't know how.
I don't know who.
All right, Greg,
Literally.
and chat for the day. All right,
So,
yeah, I'll come out today and enjoy your pool with the salt generator.
Okay, come to get some updates.
Okay, so back to, we were talking about the stuffed pepper. So they were very good. Put them in the slow cooker, put cheese on top, delicious. Like, I thought they tasted amazing. I was very, very happy. The kids ate them. They were, you know, it's not like, they're like, I don't like peppers. I'm like, well, try it, see if you like it. So not bad, but winner, definitely winner. Even if I just made the rice stuff and maybe cutting up some peppers next time, we'll see. So that was yesterday's meal. Very good. So now today we're going to move on to some new stuff. So we're doing the recession-proof meals, things that you can use that don't cost you a lot, that you can just gather up and make from scratch. That's going to be my focus today. So for myself, I like to have meals set apart from me. Otherwise, I'm eating, you know, the stuff that's not as good for me at 50, 49. So I'm going to put together some bowls. I'm going to be doing, I've got cauliflower up there I got at the store. I'm going to put that in the food processor. And like last time I baked that, it was so good. It was so yummy. And so basically make a cauliflower rice. I don't really like the cauliflower rice from the store, but that was good. And then I've got this in here, right here that I thought. So I'm going to put this in my slow cooker, a bunch of seasonings, and let that just cook so it gets done, because I like it nice and tender and good. We'll have this with cauliflower, and then I'll just yes. I'm like, he's like, go ahead and start. I'm like,
I told her, go ahead and start.
I'm like, I'm not going to start because I know you're going to come out in 2 seconds and say, babe, do you know where this is? Hey, babe, do you want to go to Lowe's right now?
So I just had to mess with you. Sorry.
Do you need more stuff?
No.
Okay.
What do I need? I got this. I got my screwdriver. I need my box of it.
Anyway, so I'm going to do that with some sweet potatoes. So that's going to be my little things. I'm going to do, Greg's got guamkis. He likes that. I don't mind making different meals for people. Nobody likes the guamkis. Nobody likes my stuff. So I'm going to do guamkis for him because I've got one more batch of that in the freezer, which is good. I have a cucumber. We make cucumber salad. And then for the kids and everybody else, I'm going to do chicken. I'm going to do baked chicken, some kind of crispy crust, something like that. I haven't done that in a long time. You'd always do deep fried or something else. I'm going to do that. And then what else? Make a few other things. I saw that commercial for the pretzel crust pizza. I'd like to make some pizza crust so we can have some on hand for lunches. And look at my list. Dessert, I don't know. We'll see what else is going to be good. But I got to get going because I know we'll end up at Lowe's today or at a store, or we'll go over to, I don't know, the Everglades or something tonight. Who knows?
What are we?
I said, I better hurry up because I know my day is going to be, hey, let's go to Lowe's, or maybe we'll go to the store, or we'll go end up in the Everglades tonight. I don't know where we'll be. So my wife, a visionary, you never know where you're going to do. It's excitement. It's an exciting thing. Otherwise, I'd stay in this little box of life. I was saying that, sharing that yesterday. Oh, yeah. I'm right here. Like, I'd stay in my same house for the next 75 years and never move. Freeze to death.
So why would you not build a room around the full
freeze to death, mind you. So would not be enjoying life as sunshine. So just different. So it expands it. So anyways, so I'm going to get done because I can almost guarantee we're going to be out. So maybe come with me to the store. I got to go get, and I'm sure it's going to be my favorite store, honestly.
No.
But I could be wrong. I'm just saying.
So painful.
So I got to get moving. So we're going to get moving.
All right.
See right
you
now?
can come out and do an update when.
Okay. When you got a thing?
Yeah, once I got the
stuff going. Well, I'm going to start making food.
Okay, I only need one more thing.
Okay, one more thing.
Oh, we're still on?
Am I shut you off? Do you need a camera? Or do
I need a screwdriver. I got to go get one little tiny screwdriver. How about an eyeglasses screwdriver? Do we still have those in the kit?
Okay, so I'm going to get moving because you never know. Okay, beef. We're going to put this inside here. Let's get this. I'm going to get some spices out. Go sneeze. Let me go get some spices. We'll put them in here like onion, garlic, pepper. I got some steak seasoning. It'll be good. This is just all about timing. I was just looking at it thinking I wanted to put his guamkis in here, but I can put that in the other slow cooker. That'll be fine. This one's nice. I really like this one. It's like a lasagna size pan. Very nice for just different meals. It just cooks a little bit better. It's like small, you know, it's not smaller, but it's just shorter. So I'm going to turn this on high here. Let me get, what else are we going to do here? Do I start his stuff? I'm just thinking, let me get his stuff out and we'll put let me get the other slow cooker out. So now I'm gonna do another freezer meal here. This is stuffed cabbage. This was in my freezer when I did all my meals. It worked out great. Love having those on hand because like, otherwise today I'd have to go guamkis. Do I wanna do that? And it's like a little bit more, it's a little bit more doing, right? So why not do, involvement is the word. And so if you can make something and make a little bit more of it, it'll save you anything. I loved having my freezer meals because now it's like I can just grab some things and do it. And it's not even like they're entire freezer meals. I do have some, but it's just the ability to just grab it, throw it in like stuffed peppers. It was great for yesterday because yesterday, I'll talk to you while I'm doing this, was a busier day. I do just a different kind of video that day, our 52 weeks, so it's not as much like what I'm doing on a daily basis type thing, food, anything like that. So I like to have an easy meal. So that's what it was nice. Yesterday, just put that in slow cooker and let it bake and do its thing. So I'm gonna put this all in here. We're gonna put the sauerkraut, the stuffed cabbage, and I'm gonna cut some of these up and put this in here as well. This is just Italian sausage. I got a big package at Sam's and just divided it up among 3 bags. It's easy. This is a family recipe. Delicious and yummy. I'm gonna plug this in, just leave it on high for 4 to 5 hours until it's done, and just use the meat thermometer in it and you can know when it's finished. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna put together is some pizza crust. I'm gonna try a pretzel dough recipe. We were watching like streaming videos or whatever on Tubi, it's free. But they have ads. They had an ad for Little Caesars pretzel crust, and I was like, that sounds really good. I'm like, surely we can make that. So I found a recipe on tasteofhome.com. I'm gonna go on there, I'm gonna try it. Just turn it. I'm talking to the camera box, babe.
No. You're actually talking to about 140,000 people. They're just on the other side of the camera
There's
box.
on the other side. I'm talking to the screen. It's like mental condition here. So I'm gonna put what they have, their recipe, it's gonna be, I'll pour it in here and tell you what I put in. 1.5 cups of warm water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, a tablespoon of yeast. I'm gonna let that mix for just a second in my dough machine here. And then I'm gonna add in 4 cups. They use all-purpose flour. Maybe I'll go grab I was gonna use bread flour. I'll use all-purpose then. And a teaspoon of salt, and let that mix up to make a nice dough. Texting to the door. She's like, are you gonna let me in? She's out there with Greg, and then she comes back in, so she's like at the door like, are you letting me back in? I'll leave you there because it's gonna go right back out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do the bowls for myself. I like the beef in there. I think I can change my audio here. I'm gonna do the beef in there, and then I'm gonna take cauliflower here. Got the beast of a machine out. This is like, I was thinking I could do it in the food processor too, but this thing dices up. It's so nice. It does a really good job. So then I'm like, I'll just bake some sweet potatoes and put it in there. But then I'm thinking, and then I'm like, I like carrots in there. Weird. So I'm thinking I will put cauliflower through there. I'll do an onion in there, carrot. Why don't I peel my sweet potato, put the sweet potatoes through there? Like, why not have it all in diced pieces? Like, I don't care if it's like, you know, like regular sweet potato or if it's diced up. I'm thinking it might be a little mushy though. I'm just thinking. I'm not sure how it will hold up. I'll try it and see how it goes. So I'm just gonna cut these veggies off, literally put it through here. It just chops it off real quick. My camera shut off, so did it just shut off? I forget. This one doesn't last as long as my other one. It just shuts off on its own. So I've got a whole lot of veggies here. This is gonna make a ton. I'm like thinking this is probably gonna be too much. I might even see how much I have and maybe put some in the freezer. I don't know. Cauliflower in the freezer might make it mushy. That's almost done there. So I'm just gonna put it through here. It's gonna chop it all up. I'm gonna do this. I did some more sweet potatoes. I'm gonna take these ones and just bake them normally because there we go. We're gonna put that in ferment next. They can just bake. Maddie likes those. It'll use them up. I'm just thinking, I'm like, I could just leave them, but I think that's good. So this literally just, it's a beast. It's a beast. So let me put you over here, and we're just gonna put it through here. Let me put this on ferment real quick. basically we're pushing that to its max. Sweet potatoes are a little bit stronger in there, so it kind of got wedged up a few times. I just had to take it out, push the piece off, so it's all good. But those are done. I'll take those out. We'll put them in a pan and I'll bake them in the oven. That's the way I like them. I guess that's my favorite way because they're nice and soft. I put them in the slow cooker, but it's already being utilized. I only have 2, so let me take these out. That is a beast of a machine, but to like clean it out, it's like one of those pain in the butt things. But once you, it's like, it literally takes you like 5 minutes. You just gotta I take a chopstick and I shove it in those little holes because all the stuff gets stuck in it. Sweet potato is the last thing, so it's really hard. I probably should put the sweet potato first, but then it probably will wedged up, so we'll see. Something softer towards the end just so it's easier to push through, but still awesome. So I've got 2 huge bowls here, sweet potato, cauliflower, and carrots. I'm just gonna put them in a baking dish. Put salt and pepper in there, and then cover with foil. Bake it in the oven, like 350 till it's nice and soft and good. It's delicious, very simple, not even anything added to it, and I like it. Maxine's on the floor. She likes sweet potatoes, so she's like scouring. There's like all these pieces on the floor. I'm like, Maxine, loving it. Okay, that was a lot of veggies, so normally I would say, bake them all, but then I'd have like so much of it. So since I'm just doing these for myself, I'm just gonna make this much. I'm just gonna throw these in the freezer. Like, worse, it's gonna change the texture, but I really don't think it's gonna be that bad. I don't really care. I don't mind eating them that way. So I will just stick these in my freezer because that's a whole nother time to have those, and then we'll put these in the oven. Wrap and foil and stick them in the bottom of the oven. Run into issues here, run out of containers. I'm like, I've got these all used up for Greg's lunch. I got them all used up for our ice cream stuff. So I've got like 3 plastic, that's it, unless there's some in the dishwasher. So I gotta kind of put those in here so I can use these for today. So let's kind of put them in here. Okay, babe's staring at me.
Is that why you wanted me to empty up, eat all that macaroni salad so you can have your containers back?
I was like, are you gonna eat these or no?
Let's just put it in a big bowl.
I could, okay. Worked. I had enough, so everything was real good. The strawberries I put in the jar with the rest of the strawberry sauce we had for yogurt because it'll get used up this way. The caramel's a little thicker. It's good if you microwave it because it gets soft, but I need to do a little bit less on the, I gotta pay attention to the temperature so it's nice and thick like the chocolate, but everything else, delicious. And I just have a little bit of peanuts. I'm just gonna stick those in a bag. So let me wash these out so I got some containers. All right, so it took me some time. I was going through, I'm like, I gotta like meticulously think about the week, what's gonna get eaten, what's not. Like yesterday, the girls were gone, so they didn't have dinner last night, so I have a little bit of leftover dinner. So I kind of have to think ahead to like what, so nothing gets wasted. So I'm thinking, I'm like, I'm gonna try the pizza crust today. We'll have that for lunch. And so I'm thinking, okay, that'll be something to try. Everybody eat that. But I do have soup, we do have sandwiches, but I'm like, you know what, we can have that tomorrow because we've had that yesterday, so that'll work. So what I'm thinking, and I was gonna do like some breakfast stuff, this and that, and I'm like, you just gotta stay good, otherwise you're gonna waste food and you're gonna be throwing it away. So you don't wanna throw food away because that's a waste. So what I'm thinking is we'll have the pizza today, the pizza crust. What I'm gonna do actually, can I take it out in the middle of fermenting? I think I can. Disrupt its flow. It'll be okay. Yeah, it'll be okay. Actually, you know what, I probably could do stuff with it. You know what, I'll do something with it. Hold on a second. But you know what, I won't. I was gonna let it sit and rise in another bowl, but I think I'll just put it on a pizza pan and push it out, we'll do pizza. So what I'm gonna do, we'll have that for lunch. Okay, so lunch, there's people here, they'll eat. Dinner, I'm gonna come back, I got stuff for Greg, I'll have stuff for me, some stuff for the kids. So I'm gonna do chicken. That I can do in the oven with something, I just gotta look and see what, like, I don't know, orzo pasta, veggies, they don't really care. anything. I'll just kind of look. And then I'm thinking to make some pizza crust, and then I can bake them. Try to do small ones. It's so hard. I just want to do big ones. Do small ones, small. And then I can bake them, stick them in the refrigerator, freeze them, whatever you want to do with them. They're just nice to have on hand because I am thawing. Remember, I got that big can of marinara sauce. So it's like you have a lot of that. I have a lot of mozzarella cheese, so I might as well. Pizzas are great for lunch. That'll be really good. So the crust will stay good for a while. So I'm thinking, let's make a big batch of our pizza dough because it's delicious. Everybody loves it. We've been making it forever, 20 plus years, and it's good. So let's do that. So let me take this out of here. I'm going to do 2 pizzas. I'll do a mini one for Jensen and a big one for everybody because I can just do a plain. So, and then I'm going to put, what am I going to put on the bottom? I'm going to do cornmeal. Remember how great that was? So I think, now I looked at a couple different recipes for this, that's like sticky, for the pretzel dough, and like some people plopped it in a pan full of water. They did mini ones, but I feel like it would just puff up everywhere. So this is Taste of Home. Taste of Home is usually pretty good. And so I'm thinking they just brushed baking soda and water on it and made the pretzel crust. So I'll see. I don't know if everybody love it or not. I actually don't even know if everybody likes it. I feel like they do because I think when it comes around or used to come around, they were like, this is so good. So let's wash my hands. Okay, so for my recipe, it's 2 2/3 cup of water. We use 2 packages of yeast, which is it's 3 teaspoons. I'm just thinking, how many tablespoons is that? I can't think right now. I'm sure somebody can tell me real quick. I know it's 3 for 1 package. Or like 2 2/3. Did I just count 3? Add 1 more. That'll work. All right, and then it's 3 tablespoons of sugar. I'm gonna add this in here. I was just thinking ahead. I'm like, I'm not gonna do any desserts because, like, we've got ice cream and banana split toppings. There's popsicles. I don't really think I need to make like snacks right now. You know what I mean? It's like there's enough treats that way having that for right now. So I think I'll just focus on this pizza dough, and then maybe if somebody wants something this week, I can make something. Okay, let me get, go stir that for a minute. Let that sit. I gotta get some oil out. Nothing better than your coconut oil being liquidy. I like that. Let's put in 3 tablespoons in here. I can measure it if you want. 1, 2. There we go. Good. Teaspoon salt. Okay, put that on here on your little dough machine, or you can mix this by hand. I've made this many, many times on this channel. By hand, I'm going to add 7 cups of flour. First, I'm going to add seasoning. Garlic. I always add this to the dough, and it's like more dispersed. And a little bit of Italian seasoning. This is real good for the crust. A little bit more. Or like ups your game. Okay, let's add 7 cups. I'm just going to use regular flour. I almost always use bread flour, but I'm feeling like let's go back to regular. Okay, pizza crust is all mixed, so I'm going to put it on the ferment. Let it ferment here for a little bit while I'm working on something else. So something else I remember in my freezer that I had, because I grabbed it yesterday, was sausage. We have breakfast sausage mixed up. Take regular sausage and ground turkey, mixed together with some spices. It's like the little patties from that you pay an arm and leg for. So I'm thinking I was going to make little patties and do like little sandwiches that way, but I did look in my refrigerator. I have like 7 tortillas. So I'm like, why don't I do breakfast burritos? Now I'm going to run out of stuff. There's not going to be that much, but I can make extra filling, and then I can put it on and do on the pizza crust and make a breakfast pizza. So I think that will work out good that way. So we're going to take this over here and change battery. Let's cook this, and then we can add eggs to it, cheese. That's it. That's all I like. So over here, let me turn the light on. Let's just cook sausage. I'll break it apart. Be easy. do its thing. Let's see what else. I could probably get my eggs out and start whipping up my eggs. Let me get some eggs and we'll make scrambled eggs in a bowl. Okay, good thing about eggs being $1 million, you ration them out and you kind of just pick and choose what you're gonna make. So we haven't been having, usually the kids for a while were having a lot of eggs for breakfast. They just don't anymore. So we do different. So I have a lot of eggs that, like, I know when I bought them, so I have that whole month to kind of use them up. So got 24, I'm gonna crack them in here. We'll use the immersion blender, blend them up real good and fluffy. Don't put the salt and pepper in there because it just falls to the bottom. And then we'll put them in here with the sausage after the sausage is cooked. I was laughing. I'm looking at a couple things I wanted to do, and I'm like, I need to get out my mandolin slicer. Remember last time I did it, and I was like, how do I slice this thing? And someone's like, it came with a container to go underneath, and I'm like, did I throw the container away? And it literally was right in front of me. It's in that closet in the hallway. It's real dark in there, so I found the container and the instruction book. I knew I kept this for a reason, so I'd have to slice some stuff thin. So I'll do that in a minute. This is almost done over here. So I'm gonna do the sausage. What I'm thinking to do with the mandolin slicers, I'm not big on doing viral things, like, at all. Like, that's just not, if there's something that looks yummy, I'll make it, but like, I don't really care to do the viral trends that they do. But one thing I've seen that I thought looked really good is the onion crisp, where you take Parmesan cheese, put the sliced onions on top, and Parmesan cheese again, and bake it till it's crispy. That looks really good. It looks really good to do with pickles as well. I only have really tiny pickles. I don't have like the bigger ones to kind of slice, so I thought, I'll do the onions. I like onions, so I'm thinking to try that because I've got a bag of Parmesan cheese. I know you're supposed to use freshly grated, but I'm thinking I will try that. Try that trend just to see, because I feel like that would be really yummy. And I would like stuff like that. I don't know if anybody else would, but I like Parmesan cheese. I would like it crispy like that, so I'm thinking to try that, but I need the mandolin slicer, and I gotta know how to do it. So, it's all good. Okay, this is looking, look at this, looks great. I'm just gonna add all the eggs to it. And hopefully the grease from the sausage will make it not stick. Okay, perfect. All right, salt and pepper. For the cheese for this, I'm gonna do, I think I'm just gonna do this right here. I'm gonna put this in here. I know it's weird, but I'm gonna literally put it while the eggs are set up. Yeah, it'll mix in there. Setting up, so it can kind of mix in there. This is, I think McDonald's use the fake cheese slices. This is basically the fake plastic cheese. We call it plastic. It's not plastic, that's just what we call it. So I'm gonna put about half of this in here and kind of mix it around, and that way we'll have nice cheesy eggs. That'll be good. Not everybody likes this, so I don't have to worry. Jensen doesn't usually like scrambled eggs. He likes making poached type eggs, so like where they're soft and you put the water in there. So the other kids will like this, so this will be good. Use it up, use up some sausage and a little bit of cheese. I'm sure my stuff is baking good down here. Cauliflower has a weird taste when it's baking. It's smelling. I'm like, it smells like a turnip would. I've never made turnips, but I feel like that's what it would smell like. So okay, let's do these eggs. Looking good. I gotta do my crust here. It's ready. I just gotta put the toppings on. It's kind of waiting to stretch it for a little bit because it's kind of early. All right, so my eggs are done. So I'm gonna do the bricks, drilling holes into the concrete house. I think I just have 7 tortillas here, so I'm just gonna make 7 breakfast burritos. The rest we'll put on the pizza crust, so it'll be good. Okay, this must be the package of tortillas. Remember, I got it at the discount store, and I said the first batch, like the first one I opened, completely fell apart. It was all stuck, and so I just threw it away. The other one, it kind of separated some of it, but these are sticking more like the other one did. So you got holes. You know what? This is okay. This is what you do when you make food and you don't want to waste anything. You just want to kind of, okay, see what you can do. So I'm going to kind of roll it real careful. It's breaking apart, but if I put it inside the parchment paper, the kids keep it wrapped up in parchment paper, microwave it that way, it'll stay somewhat together. It's good. I was even thinking like the cauliflower, there was a little bit where it was going yucky on your veggies. If your veggies are going yucky, you know what? Cut the yucky part off and then still eat it. You will live. And it'll be good. So, all right. So these are good. So this is, okay, I made 7 burritos where those tortillas we probably would just want to throw away because normally the kids do like cheese or something in there and do like a quesadilla, but it would have just kind of fallen apart. So look at, you made 7 breakfasts. Somebody will eat those. They're not the best. They're not perfect, but you know what? Nothing's going to waste on them. And I know they're going to get eaten, so let me put them in a bag. I don't need to. The bag doesn't get wasted. This is like a used bag. It's just to show like, hey, look at, I've got some breakfast burritos. They don't get lost in the refrigerator. So I'm going to put this here. It seems like I'm ready to go back outside. Let me put the remainder in a glass dish here so we can have it for, like, I'll put on the pizza crust. They can eat it plain, whatever they want to do. Okay, so what I'm thinking, because Greg probably wants some breakfast here, and I was sitting there, I'm like, I can just give him that breakfast filling, but I'm thinking I've got like 6 mushrooms here, not enough to do really anything with, but I'm going to saute the potatoes in the pan that have the egg all on the bottom with some, you know, butter from our country cracked butter thing, just to get them soft, and then add those to the top of that, and just make a bowl. I put some in a bowl. I'll have some too, because I like mushrooms. The kids just won't eat mushrooms. Then you're not wasting anything. More stuff gathered up because what are you going to do with 6 mushrooms? Nothing. I really don't have anything planned in the next little while to make with it. So this way, I'm just going to kind of cut these up right here. I'll put them on there. It'll be delicious. It's a lot of mushrooms, but it'll be good. Mushrooms, eggs, and sausage. I'll eat it. Salt and pepper. Cook it. It's good. These are all cooked, so even though the pan looks like it's burned on, it'll be great because you stainless steel, you can literally soak it for a few and it will wash right off. So I got this thing all set up. Yes, there was whole instructions back there hidden in the closet. I'm like, that's how this was. Last time, I don't even know what happened last time. It was bad. Okay, I'm gonna put some into a bowl here. I'm gonna have some. Greg will have some. Easy way to have a leftover. Because those mushrooms I really didn't have. I know I can make a ton of things with them. I just really didn't have any planned. Okay, delicious. Greg went and got some green onions outside. So good. Delicious. So this, I'm just eating. Okay, got my pan soaking in the sink. If I let that sit for, I don't know, 10 minutes, it'll wipe right off real easy. If you ever got a pan that's got stuff stuck on it, instead of scrubbing, just let it sit. I remember even back in the day when I had little kids. Who's got time to scrub pans when you have little kids? Not me, and I burned an awful lot of stuff on my pans and pots. If you just set it in the sink and let it soak, even like I remember using dishwasher pods, sticking that in there. We didn't even have that, but if you just put water in there and let it sit, maybe for like a day, it'll come off eventually, I promise. I promise. So now that I've got the slicer all good and open like you're supposed to, and I know how to use it again, what I'm gonna do is take this to go with Flunkies. We do macaroni salad, or not macaroni salad, cucumber salad, and it's just thinly sliced cucumber and sour cream, salt, and pepper. That's it, very easy. So I've got this all set up. I should do a much better job than last time. And then I'll also do some onions. I think I just need 1, I'm pretty sure, for just the recipe. I just want to thinly slice those as well. So do the cucumbers first and then the onions. Much better than last time, but I find like it's tiny, so it wants to move, so maybe putting a few in there. It's all good. I just need it to be thinly sliced. So we just need a bowl. And how you do this, you smell food cooking, you're like, does something burn? I just gotta check that bottom one. Okay, that's cooking good. So all you do, doesn't matter what shape they are, you just put them in here, and then I'm gonna do salt on them and let it sit for a little bit. Salt kind of draws out the water.
spread the cucumbers, and then you can add sour cream. Drain off and add sour cream to it. Quiet, Greg. Shh, what do you want? Do you want to go to Lowe's?
Yeah, in a minute.
No. Okay, so cucumber salad, I'm gonna get that going in just a minute. I'm gonna do my onions since I'm right here. So let's, I think, like in the video and where people do it, it's like it makes perfectly round ones. I'm not going to because I have to fit it in my mandolin here, so I'm just gonna stick this in here, slice it thin, and we'll see what we get. So I don't know, do mandolins move much smoother, or do they just edit out all the hard parts of doing it? We'll see. This is the outside, I'm gonna throw that away. Okay, I think I do it on, I have to get parchment paper. Let me look it up. Let me look up the viral thing. I'm pretty sure you put it on parchment paper. Okay, so the recipe, you put it on parchment paper on, let me pick this up here. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Much better than thin and making that thin, because there's no way you can cut those thin, or it'd be very difficult. I would not cut them that thin. So what I'm gonna do is put parchment paper down on a baking sheet, and then put Parmesan cheese. I just have this one. I remember I bought this extra. The Sam's Club Parmesan probably is a lot better, but well, I don't think this is bad for a while. It's like June. Let me get the Sam's Club one. I know they're both the same. They both have, you know, cellulose or whatever they put on it so it doesn't stick. But this will work. I like this one. I'll put this on parchment paper, and then my onions. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil right here, and then salt. It says you sprinkle with salt, pepper, and paprika. So what I'm thinking, let me do the onions beforehand, get them all mixed up real good, and then I'll sprinkle those on top of it, and then you just bake it 20 minutes. Easy. So let me get that out. Looking at different recipes, I'm like, would you put cheese on top? I'm going to. Let's put cheese just on half of it, just to see if that makes a difference, just on this half. But it looks really good. And basically, you just let it bake in the oven. So I feel like it's good. There's the couple like bigger flat pieces I left off. Maybe those would be fine in there. I don't know, but I think that's going to be a good little thing. So you just let it bake. Here, let me put a flat one in there just in the corner. We'll see what it does. It says 400 degrees for 20 minutes. So. Wonderful. All right, now we gotta work on our pizzas. Okay, things are going good. So what I'm gonna do, I was just looking at this one. It's copycat. It's queso dip. I was looking at the Taste of Home recipe, and it's like they literally put salsa con queso dip, such as Tostitos. Why would they do that instead of like pizza? Copycat Little Caesars pretzel crust pizza. Do they do that? Is that why it's different? I'm not sure why they do that, but they do on the website for Taste Home. So what you do, okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to follow their recipe here. You are going to, well, almost going to follow the recipe based on what I thought. You take 2 tablespoons of baking soda and put it in half a cup of hot water here, and just stir it. And then you're going to take that and brush that on top of the crust, and then let it sit for about 5 minutes. Repeat, and then sprinkle coarse salt over the edges. This is spread queso dip over inside of crust, topped with cheese and pepperoni. I guess we'll see. I won't do the queso because I feel like that would ruin it, but I could be wrong, and we'll see. So let me just spread this out and let it sit for a few minutes. Cheese is bubbling there. It's cooking. It's not burning. My other stuff is almost done. It's got a little. It's like a crisp, tender, a little bit soft, but it's almost there. Not quite there. This I think is good. So I'm gonna put the next batch on, and then you put. My kids don't all love this salt, but I'll put a very little bit around the edge, and then you put pizza toppings on it. And then it says don't put too much, obviously, because it gets squishy. So we'll see. And then we'll bake it. What do they bake it at? 425. So probably when the other stuff is done, it'll be good. I was sitting here thinking, why would you have to brush the entire pizza if it has sauce on it? No, brush the outer layer, not the inside. Yeah, good. So since I did the middle and it's a little bit wet, what I'm gonna do is stick in the oven for just a few minutes and then I'll put the sauce on. Just for a few minutes. I'll put it under the onions. That is almost done. Pick up our mess while we're waiting. Got a pizza crust and I'm gonna do some chicken, so I need a batter for that. One second. I don't want the onions to burn. They're almost done. This is good. I'm glad I put it in for a few minutes beforehand. Switch the layers so we can get brown on top. Okay, then that'll come out. I'll make pizza stuff, and then what else are we doing today? I gotta start doing the next pizza crust and just rolling those on the pans. I put the dishes in the dishwasher. It was empty last night, so I was able to wash. I just stuck them in there to dry, so I didn't have an overwhelming mound of dishes. And then the beef stuff is cooking. My stuff over on the left-hand side is cooking in the oven. I'm doing really good, and I just gotta do chicken. I do like a breaded chicken recipe, something. I need to look something up, and then just bake it in the oven. Very simple. Since I haven't done baked chicken in a long time, so I'll get that going. And then, do we bake it early? Might as well bake it early and get done so that it's finished, because today's that weird day of everybody eating at different times, because that's how life is today. So, all right, let's see if this is done. I don't know how long to do those onions for. They're almost there. That's just got a few minutes. I keep like pushing the time. It's getting them a little bit darker on the edges. I just don't know how long you cook the middle for it to get hard, because you want it crispy. Minutes. Let's make this pizza right here, real light with sauce and cheese. Okay, I feel like these are going to be good. Just in time, because they're getting a little blackened around the edges. So let that sit. You gotta let it cool, then it's crispy. Let's put the pizza in. And then what this means is I have this right here, which is all watery and frozen sauce, so we can make pizza. Do I have more containers? I'm out of my plastic containers because I have a lot in the freezer, I think. That's okay. It just shows it's time to probably get another batch of it. It's one of those things where you do things like today and you're like, okay, I'm running out of those plastic containers, so I'll probably get more. And then I had a bunch at one time, right? And then I had too many. Now it's like you're down to a little bit. Let me, it's been, it's not, yeah, that's okay. I put this in the refrigerator and keep moving. I feel like that's gonna be really good. We'll let it cool. Okay, let's get something out. Let me look up in, well, Google's always your best friend. I could just look at my Men in That cookbook. Let me get a recipe real quick for breading for the chicken. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is coat my chicken, just breadcrumbs. That's easy. I've got some breadcrumbs. There's a little bit here. Hopefully that's enough. Parmesan cheese. I'll put some onion, paprika, garlic, salt, and pepper. I'm gonna take my chicken. I'm gonna kind of coat it in hot sauce. The kids like that. They like it. That'll be the wet sauce. And then I'll dip in the crumbs. I'll put it, I'm gonna do a cookie sheet. I think usually I would do like a 9x13 pan, but I'm thinking cookie sheet and then just wrap it in foil. Because it should be flatter, just to have a bigger area, I think, than a 9x13 pan, or like a, you know, a lasagna pan. Breadcrumbs. I don't know if I have more. I know I can use like flour or something. I gotta look. Remember I had like so much, and then now I have none. So let me go look. Now I note to self to make more breadcrumbs. out of my own bread, which is way cheaper. I didn't think so. You just gotta, I'm just afraid they didn't dry enough, so that's why I put them in the, let me put some flour in here. We'll just do a lot of flour. Let's just put all the chicken in a bowl. We'll do a bunch of flour. I'm just afraid when I didn't know if it, you know, was dehydrated enough, and then that way it doesn't mold. So put flour in here, same spices, we'll kind of mix up. We'll have both kinds. I always remember my mom saying, don't let the chicken touch each other and it will be better. So that's called impromptu. Let's figure it out. Yeah, I know you can use like the flour in there. I just had to use multiple things. The cheese on there, kind of stuck it on top. I will bake it in the oven. We'll bake it. Do you need to cover it? I don't think you do. It's been a long time since I made baked chicken. Okay, put the chicken in the oven to bake it. So the pizza crust, I mean, it got brown real quick. So I think the only flaw is I should have put something on the bottom so it didn't stick. We're going to see. But Steven said he wants a piece. So I'm like, let me catch a slice. You can be our first taste tester of the pizza. Let's see. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was gonna stick. I think it's just the edges that were wet. That's all it was. So, okay, we'll see. Let's get an honest opinion. Oh, I got a thumbs up. Good. Now, can you taste? Well, we haven't got to the crust. We'll see what he tastes like. We're gonna try these, Maddie. Not yet. Okay, not bad. I was gonna say, I wonder what it's like when you get to the corner. Yay! So that's good. Okay, piece of crust good. It's just I'm gonna scrape it so it's not sticking to the edge. Just gotta use your slice all around next time. Careful on the corners. So this is good. Chicken's in the oven. I'm going to bake it for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes to kind of test it and see when it's done. And then we'll call it good. Okay, I had to give an update. Steven ate it and I said, well, what's the crust taste like? He's like, I don't like crust. I said, well, give it to your mama. So it's good. I was like, I tasted it. I'm like, does it taste like crust? I'm like, it tastes like pizza crust. But then it took a minute. I'm like, okay, I can taste it. So he said he can taste the pretzel. So not bad. I wonder if I can do that with my regular crust now. Just brush the outside with it to make that. We'll see. So all things are good. We'll see if this is done. We're doing great. Okay, viral cheese tomato. I think I need to cook it longer. Yes, this one piece. See the greasiness? Like, you need that to get crispy. So I'm going to flip it over because the cheese isn't like all the way crispy. I feel like you need to have it crispy the corners. Oh yeah, winner all day long. All day long. That's delicious. Like delicious, but you can hear. So I feel like it just needs to be crispy a little bit more, so I'll throw that in. Can you hear the noise up there? We had, one of our neighbors had some dog toys that they were throwing out, and I was just walking next thing I saw them, and I grabbed, anybody remember Snorty Pig? We used to have this thing with Ruby, Snorty Pig. Ruby didn't like it. She was terrified of the Snorty Pig. And so I saw the Snorty Pig and like you squeeze it, and it's like a chicken. It looked brand new. The other toys, that you could tell they had a little bit of loved on dog, but that one's like brand new. And I saw them, I'm like, I gotta get him. I remember Snorty Pig, ours broke, I think. And so I brought it home, and I'm like, squeezing and mixing, was like, ooh, not into it at all. And I'm like, ooh, those would make really good annoying make sure the kids are out of bed kind of thing. So somebody's upstairs squeezing it right now because there's some teenagers that are feeling a little extra tired too. It's okay, but like, we call it Snorty Pig. It's the, that one is the chicken they're squeezing, but yeah, that's the wake up in the household. Instead of alarm clock, it's a squeezing chicken. So, all right, let me put this in. Actually, I'm gonna get I'm gonna cook that longer because it's just smushy. The outside is good. That meal needs to be done. So I need to take that chicken off the top there so I can throw it in. We gotta do the other pizza crust. We got stuff to do today. I gotta clean my mess up here. I'm out of flour. Okay, doing really good though. Okay, so I think a lot of factors come into effect when you're making this. If you did your own Parmesan cheese and shredded it, it'd be a whole lot better. I'm watching this because I turned it on broil so the top gets done real quick because I don't want to wait here anymore. I'm like, okay, I'm done with the viral onion hack. I know it's gonna be delicious. I know it'll be great. We just need to get it crispy. So I probably a little bit thinner. in the middle, and that would do its thing. So I've got the broil on. It's doing its thing in there, so I think that's going to be good that way. Okay, so that's done. I took out my other ingredients over here. My ingredients, my like cauliflower mixture with sweet potatoes, that's done. My beef is done because it's real thin. So I'll create some bowls with that. I'm watching this so good so it does not get ruined. Okay, I can see it bubbling up now. That's probably what it's supposed to do. All right, well, just, you know what, you can do what you can do. Maybe it'll be delicious. Maybe it'll be something I love, and when I do it again, we'll see. But it's good. And then I gotta do the pizza donuts. The last thing to do. It's good, easy day. I'll have food for obviously the next few days, and it'll be good. So it's like 11:30, which is good. I'm usually done about noon on Wednesdays, and then by the time I'm done cleaning up, get there, take the kids, and make some coffee for Greg and I. I feel like it's gonna be really good today. And then be able to swim today. Gonna work upstairs and all that good stuff. So it's gonna be an amazing day. It already is an amazing day. Look at that. Okay, so I don't want it to burn too much. There we go. We don't want it to burn. You see how that bubbles up? That's a little better. I feel like it should go for just a few minutes. Is the bottom burning? It's not burning, is it? No, it's just the edge. You know how I can do burn. That's good. Just a few more seconds. Because see, can you see it in there? It's bubbling away. It's a bubbling. That's going to be good. All right, then we're going to turn it to, I'll turn it to low bake. It'll shut off here. Perfect. Okay, that's what it needed to do. Perfect. Okay, I just needed that for a few minutes. Mix that mixing. It is mixing. You're always like, a few more minutes. I feel like it needs to go just a couple minutes. I shut the broiler off, so it should only take a couple seconds here. You want the whole thing brown, so if you have the white, it's not going to be crispy. It's going to be like pizza crumb, what cheese. Almost there. I feel like that's going to be good. Oh my, sorry, the camera. I think that's going to be good. We'll just have to let it sit. It's about the cheese, the grease, all that fun stuff. After staring at it, I'm like, I still see white, so do you let that keep going, or is that going to be gooey? Or do you just let it get, like I see the hardness on the edges. I don't know. Let me move it over here where it's a lot cooler. Up in my window. Okay, what do we do? Pizza crust or the bowls? I feel like the bowls are good. And then what do you pick? Now, you ready to come in? Let me get her. Okay, so this is, yeah, look at this. This is delicious. This is what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have these beef. Look how thin and yummy. Yes, simple. It's nothing fancy. Like I can put yum yum sauce with it. I can put like the pineapple salsa stuff on it. Anything. I don't even care. I'm like real simple. I just like that. So if I have it, it's much better than let me grab a piece of pizza because that's available. So it's good. Let me get I got containers in here actually. Okay, so I got all those meals right here made, so this is good. Just simple. There's nothing fancy about it. The meat is very plain, but it's soft and tender. And this, so I can put topping on it if I want, or I can eat it plain. That's how I like things. Like, you smell that you like. She likes cauliflower, sweet potatoes, all your favorites. She's like, Mom, what are you mixing? I give her a little piece of meat. I feel like Daddy gave you a piece of meat, though. Mm-hmm. She's growling at me. I said, I feel like Daddy gave you some meat, though. So, I heard her licking some. So this is good. I did 4 little bowls. This will be great for meals for me. I'm trying to go. I usually stuff these full and have a big giant bowl, but I understand portion is important, but I know it's all veggies and meat, so I think that's going to be a good little mixture. So this is done here. Okay, and I'm washing dishes at the same time, which is great. How is our cheesy fire thing going? It's like, it's still a little bit soft, so is it? I don't know. Is that amazing? People always take their video and they take a crunch of it. It's a little bit, like I said, the middle's got it, but let me take a piece. I'll take a corner piece. I said ranch is good. Let me try it. Okay, so basically, my cheese is a little bit chewy. Probably should have done it a little bit soft, like thinner. Oh, look at that. You put some ranch on there. Ranch and onion. Okay, not bad. Would I ever make it again? No, probably not. It's just one of those things that looks good. Maybe with pickles would be good. I feel like the cheese is very Parmesan-y, so the onion, it might be better with like the pickle to add in there, but I mean, not bad. Like I have a whole sheet of it here. Like I said, it's a little flimsy, so maybe as it sits and it gets soft, it's a little bit harder. It's got a little bit, you know what I mean? 'Cause it's got the grease on it, 'cause it's packaged. I don't know. It's okay. I tried it. It's not bad. I'm thinking pickles probably would be really good with it. But again, probably never do it again. I know I won't. Okay, let me pick up this stuff here and then get the crust are next. The chicken's in. I'm doing so good. I'm feeling great because time is flying. Okay, after having a few more bites, I feel like this is something I'm going to come back to today and go, wow, that's really good. I don't really need that big of a container. Okay, so again, there's a lot of cheese. Crispy would probably, it's like that middle part's just chewier, but I mean, I don't know. Not bad. I think it's something that's going to grow on you. Because like the corners, the burnt ones, but the rest is more like cheese, like baked cheese. So I just don't know. All right, winner. Maybe if you make it a different way. Okay, not bad. Yeah, I'm like tasting that. I'm like, that's a lot of cheese. I know a lot of people like the Parmesan crisp and that. I just don't love them, and I think it's supposed to be good for you, right? I have no more. She's like, mommy. So I think that's why they loved it. Again, well, it's okay. It's okay. Nothing I'll do again, but hey, we made it. And like I said, it's just greasy. I feel like it's just grease, so maybe it's the cheese. Perfect. Okay, let's do the pizza crust. The pizza crust, let's get done. Okay, the dough, I'm just gonna divide up the dough. I basically want all the dishes done because the kids are gonna come down and take them with this good dough, and put everything away. It's a little sticky. Maybe a little sticky. Yeah, I think I made some stuff. And then I'll just roll it out in pans. Let me go get some stuff. It's a little sticky. I'm gonna do the pizza crust. I got all the dishes washed in the sink, so let's do the pizza dough. Put a little cornmeal down too. Okay, so chicken is done. I took this out, it cooled. It's got a little bit of flour on top, you know, when you bake it and it doesn't go down because I didn't mix it out properly. It's good. So this tastes good. A little spicy, will be good. The drumsticks are still in there. I put the crust. No, wait, that's not yours. Yours is over here. Pizza crust in here, and I've got the chicken in there. I'm gonna put sour cream in this cucumber mixture, and so I can put it in the refrigerator. Okay, doing good. Dishes all got put away. The goodies are done. I just turned them on warm. That cooked real fast. Pizza crust, what I'm doing with them is this. I'm using wax paper sheets in between, and I'll put one on top. Sometimes I cover it with plastic wrap. I'm just gonna put the whole thing in my refrigerator, and I put it right there. I don't even care if you want to hold it with plastic wrap to hold it down. You can, but I don't even worry about that. Chicken is still cooking. It's almost there, so I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna make a frozen coffee for the slushie machine because, you know, that sounds really good. Greg's home, he'll have one, so let's do that. Okay, I gotta put this in the back here so I know what I have. The chicken's going, the crusts are cooking. We're doing real good with everything else. Greg's working on stuff, so I'm thinking, let me show you how I've changed my, oh, will you fit right here? Literally got one of the tripod legs in a drawer pulled out and the other two on the counter. So this is how I have done my slushie to make it way easier on myself instead of like mixing it all beforehand and tasting it and going by sight. So I think that, hold 1 second, I think I'm gonna make some blue Kool-Aid in here yesterday, or the other day. great. This is like the alternative to the Ninja one. The Ninja one's a lot of money. The off-brand is always cheaper and there's always an alternative. So I found, this is like a Tim Horton ice cap. Delicious, yummy, from Michigan, right next to Canada. They have them, they're the best things in life. They are only to about, I think Ohio is the last place I have it. I think there's a couple other places around that do have it, but not very many. So what I'm gonna do, hold on. What I did discover though is they are putting in 2 of them here right in our area of the company. So it's like we're gonna have one kind of down the road and then over on another street over by Costco and by Hobby Lobby. So that's awesome. Will it be as good? I hope so. But I feel like I don't even have a need for that anymore because like we make these and they're delicious. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get some water right here in the tap because it works. So I found that it's the eyeball. That's all it is. Coffee. It doesn't really matter if it's Tim Horton coffee or not. I use this Cafe Bustelo because it's good, it's strong, and it's delicious. So I'm going to use this tiny little measuring cup. I'm doing a lot of tasting. You want super strong so that you're going, oh my goodness, that's too much. I don't have an exact science here, so looks. I'm going to put this in. All right, but now I'm going to add another thing of water. Okay, that'll probably be about good. Then this is sugar syrup. Now at the store, they had an awful lot of sugar syrup. They sure do. A lot of flavoring in there. And I'm making a bunch of big cups. So I'm gonna use about a third. That's a lot of sugar, I know. In there. And then what I'm gonna do is add half and half. I think I might need 2, we'll see here. And this is it. It's so good. I'm actually, oops, I forgot about my vanilla flavoring. Squeeze in there. And then the will start mixing, and then I'll be able to see it and taste it, and then I'll know. Look at that. Let's see. Delicious. So I'm gonna let it mix for a minute, and then I'll just get a cup and taste it and see how it is. And then it looks like it's darker here, a little bit lighter here. I might add a little bit more coffee. We'll see. But it might just be perfect. So I've got my testing cup right here. Again, it's just myself and Brent drinking it, so I'm okay. That's actually perfect right there. I took a whole lot out because the top had a little bit of the milk stuff in there I wanted to rinse out. That's it. That's it. And then it's going to make you the best slushy coffee ever. So let me put this stuff away. So this is good. It's just going to, it takes about 20 minutes. Kind of dribble some out there. So the only thing, let me go see, is we're waiting on the pizza crust here in the oven. I think the last 2, I should turn my music off so I don't get a copyright call. Let me pull the other 2 out. Almost getting done. These are done like this. They're literally, they're literally going to sit in that refrigerator. So that's it. I'm done with my part of the cooking part of the day today. Slushie will be done in a minute. What I'm gonna do is take this upstairs, pull the footage off it while it's doing that. I'm going to just freshen up for a minute. Feel like splash water on my face to get the cooking out there, and then I have to run the girls and drop them off, come back, probably edit for a little bit, enjoy some pool time out there with Greg, the boys, take them out. Oh, Maxine's like, I smell something, Mommy. You're so demanding right here, Maxine. She's like, yes. You smell that chicken. So chicken's good. It's like spicy, crispy chicken. So it's going to be good. But what a great, awesome day. I got things done. I didn't even plan on making some things, and it actually worked out. So we'll have meals for lunch today. Pizza, dinner, chicken. Tomorrow, come back. We'll do some of the food tomorrow. I got meals for me, meals for Greg. It's a good thing all around. So I'm going to be enjoying the sunshine outside today. So you have a fantastic rest of your day. Come back tomorrow. We'll still do some stuff around the house. All right. We'll see ya. Bye.